Hi, it's Rob from the Paranormal Research Analysis team. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're not new to our channel, then you know that we don't put out too many videos, and that's because we haven't had investigations. So what I'd like to do is start a new trend called Topic Tuesday. So each Tuesday we're going to put out a video on a topic that, well, you write into us about. And there's several ways you could write into us. You could write into us through our Facebook, or you could email us, pratt.paranormal@gmail.com, and we'll discuss the topic. So today's topic, what I'd like to talk about, are paranormal investigations. I'm going to go into how they work, how we work, and what to expect. So first off, what we do is we'll get somebody who needs help. They'll contact us through either our Facebook page or an email, and they'll tell us a little bit about what's been going on. We'll then in turn send out a questionnaire. It's filled out by the homeowner or someone from the property, and it's just so we could get an idea of what's been going on and what we really need to do. What can they expect from us? How can we help them? So after we do that, or after that's sent out, we'll get it back, we'll read it and go over it, and then I will make time to sit down with the homeowner and pretty much go through the questions step by step, and ask if they have any questions on what we do, and I'll explain the process. So the day of the investigation, which is pre-set up between us and the homeowner or business owner, we'll go out, and the first thing we do is we'll take what's called a baseline reading. And pretty much what that is we'll take, as you've probably seen in our videos, our meters, our K2 meter, our EMF detector, and we'll just kind of get an idea of the natural EMF in the building or the home, so we can compare it later on down the line. If we were doing an investigation and say our baseline was, I'd say 0.5, but it spiked up to a 3, that's not normal. It's not paranormal, but there's got to be some logical reason. After we do that, we'll take the claims that the homeowner gave us and we'll take a scientific approach. So if they say that their door has been closing on its own, well, we're going to check out to see, is there a logical reason why the door has been closing on its own? And it's not to disprove what they're saying. We just want to make sure that before we call paranormal, that we're covering our bases. Whatever we go through and find, if we can't explain it as to the reason why it happened, it might be paranormal. Keyword there is might. We're not going to say it's paranormal, but we're not, going to call it not paranormal. So afterwards, then we'll start our investigation. And usually what I'll do before we actually start filming is I will have the client sign 2 papers. One is a release form stating that we can be on the property, and the second one is a media and social media release form. So this way, if they don't want us showing the film on our Facebook page and our website, then we won't. If you look at our website, there's been a couple investigations that we don't have videos for. And that's simply because, well, for instance, the one was a municipal location and they didn't want to be on video. And we respect, the right to privacy. So we have the 2 release forms, essentially. So if it's okay to film, we will, after the fact, pretty much condense the night, because it's a long night. We'll condense the night down into about 20 or 30 minutes. However, if they don't want us to put it out there for the viewers, we'll still film, but it'll only be for us for training purposes and also for documentation purposes should somebody ask us, hey, what happened on that investigation? So during the course of the investigation, we usually like to start out with our recorders, looking for EVPs. And what EVPs are, electric voice phenomena, and they say that a spirit can speak at those frequencies that we can't hear with our own ears, but you could pick up with a camera or you could pick up with a voice recorder. And so we'll go ahead and we'll ask a couple questions with that. A lot of times what we do, and this is rarely seen on the videos, we'll usually have a recorder going the whole time. So this way we can match it up with our video. And if we don't hear, let's just say we hear a screeching noise at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If we hear that on the video, but we don't hear that on the recorder, well, could it have been, our camera? Or was it actually something paranormal? So a lot of times, we'll use that for comparison. And so after that, we will kind of use, more of our equipment as we go along throughout the night. The other piece of equipment we have is an Ovilus machine. Now what the Ovilus does is they say that the spirit can manipulate this machine in order to make words. And if you've seen our recent video called The Strong Family, you would have seen us use the Ovilus machine, and it actually proved to give out some relevant responses. Can we say it was paranormal based on that? Not really. However, with the responses that it was giving, everything was relevant. What you didn't see in that video is as soon as the investigation started, and after myself and Todd and the other homeowner, Gary, after we left the room, I shut off the light. At which time, probably about maybe 30 seconds after, the Ovilus said, light. And our investigator, Ashley, had looked at it and said that it said the word light and showed the camera. That was pretty relevant. If not, that's a pretty big coincidence. And then other things that happened with it, we were using the mel-meter, and our other investigator, who's our assistant director, Aaron, touched the mel-meter, and it gave off a high-pitched noise. And maybe about 40 seconds later, the Ovilus said loud. Well, that's pretty relevant. So we'll go ahead and we'll use that machine along with the mel-meter. The mel-meter is a great tool. It'll give us temperature readings, which is good because they say that a spirit, when a spirit is present, it's usually a little bit colder. So it'll give us a temperature reading. So along with our pre-investigation, we'll go and we'll check the temperature of the rooms, see what they're normally supposed to be at. Also with the mel-meter is it has a K2 built into it. Actually, it's not really a K2, well, it is a K2, but it's also a REM pod, sorta. There's an antenna that extends, and if the spirit is close, it can set this off, and the closer it gets, the higher pitch the noise goes. The only downside is a human can set it off. So what we like to do is we try to isolate that machine, so we're not accidentally setting it off. And if we do happen to accidentally set it off, we'll call it out in the video. We'll say, oh, that was me. I accidentally touched it. So with those two machines, they work out really well. The third machine that we have that we use, and it proved to work very well, is it's the spirit box. And if you've seen our brownstone bagel video, that we went into that investigation not really knowing what to expect. As soon as we started getting K2 hits and everything, it was spiking. I immediately wanted to turn on the spirit box because I knew that, okay, well, if we're getting K2 hits like that, something's trying to talk to us. Somebody's trying to get our attention, really. So I turned on the spirit box, and I was getting relevant responses. I had asked how many investigators are in the room, and and whoever the spirit was, it sounded like a female, was able to tell us how many investigators were in the room. We also asked for a name. She gave us a name, same female voice too. So it's one of those things where, if you're a skeptic, unless you're really with us, you'll probably be skeptical of everything until you actually see it yourself. I know I was a skeptic until I had some paranormal things happen to me, not bad things. I just had a couple experiences, and I knew that I wanted to search more into it. This is the reason why we do this. For me anyway, this is the reason why I do it. I want to, prove that there is something, and that there is something else out there. So, getting back on track. So, as we progress through the night, we'll go from room to room. Unless we're specifically going to stay in a one room where claims, we'll usually check out the whole house. But if we're getting if we're making a lot of progress in one room, we're going to stay in that room, and just to see what else we can get. Sometimes it seems like we don't get anything until we go home and we review the recorders and we realize that we might have a voice. And again, the first time we went to the Oakley farmhouse, unfortunately we didn't have a camera, and the other devices, we didn't really have those in play. But the recorder was going, and we caught a couple of those EVPs. If you haven't seen that video, it's only 2 minutes long. I suggest you go and watch that. It was definitely interesting when I listened to it back, and I isolated it and made a video. All right, and this concludes our episode of Topic Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to write to us, if you want to hear about more topics, you're more than welcome to write to our Facebook page, or you can write to our email. And our email is pratt.paranormal@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, and we'll put that link in the description. And if you want to see more from us, you think this is a good idea, drop a like. And also, comment. Tell us your thoughts. And actually, you know what? If you want, put a topic in the comment section, and most likely I'll be browsing it. And who knows, we might actually use your topic. We'll probably use your topic. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so this way you can see more of our content, like our investigation videos, or, well, Topic Tuesday. Go back and look at our other videos. Like I said, they're pretty interesting. We're just starting out. We started in 2015, and most of us have a lot of experience doing this, and we're just looking to get a good start. So, till next Tuesday or the next investigation, see ya.